G'day everyone, James from Westscan. This is the vac machine I purchased earlier this year. I bought it at the auction. Now, I've just purchased the vac machine. It's a VSK30 100 diesel with a fixed incline tank. The machine I bought from the auction, the trailer I had custom built later on. I took a bit of a gamble. The machine itself, when I rocked up to the auction, the water tank here, there was no water in it and it was full of algae. All the hoses were cracked, and the machine, it's on the tank itself, the cyclone separator, the air filter itself, had been re-welded on. It looked as though it had been hit by machinery or something like that. And it's only 6 years old, but it looks like it's been sitting in a yard for a while and it's been sun-baked. I don't know whether it's been sun-baked up in the Pilbara. It doesn't have any red dust in it, but it's been somewhere, and it's been somewhere hot. Because everything, all the hoses, these are new hoses, but all the hoses on it were sun-baked. They were yellow hoses, they had the brown sun-baked on the top, and they were cracked with a lot of gaffer tape holding it together. So, the beauty of it was it started up, first pop. It's only got less than 700 hours on a Yanmar diesel, and at first turn of the key it started straight away. So that was great. There was no water, so I couldn't test the pressure blaster in it. So the next thing was to look at the vacuum side. So I came down and we had it turned on. Had a look to see if things were closed up, and it didn't have any suction. So, yes, so like I said, it's taken a gamble. So no suction, so a new blower is $10,000. And if the pressure pump didn't work for the water lance, then there was another $5,000. And the good thing about it, the bones of it and the motor went. So I picked it up. I thought I'll take a chance and take a punt. We'll see how we go. So I bought the machine. I got it for a good price, thankfully. And I got it back and put it on the ground there and went to work on it. Cleaned out the water tank, filled up the water tank, and after I got all the algae and everything out of it, and made an addition just here. I added in a water tap. Now let me just get my camera going, video. Now what I did, I added this water tap connection in here, and the reason why I did that was purely so I could connect a hose onto it and put pressure into my put water pressure into the pressure cleaner, the water pressure motor there, and I just really wanted to make sure I pushed out all the air and got it going to give it the best chance instead of doing the gravity feed. Connected up the water and turned the switch on the other side for to engage the electric clutch, and beautiful, got water pressure, works like a champ. A lot of pressure. The gauge here, the pressure adjustment gauge works well, so everything on the machine worked well on that side, so there's a $5,000 saving, so I ticked that box. Next on the line was, okay, the blower, how am I going to get suction? So I came around and I checked out all the joints, had a bit of a listen. I actually put rubber on these, re-rubbered these plates, which are held on by the retaining nut or handle, whatever you want to call it. But anyhow, I put rubber on to help seal the plates, put it on both. This is the air filter, this is the cyclone separator. Did the end of the tank up, turning bar on the tank, I did that up as tight as I could. I could still hear a little bit of, and then I could hear a little bit of air escaping here. But funny enough, once I tightened this up, and also played around with the release, the pressure release valve in there, the inlet, it had suction. Really good suction. And I went around and looked at the vacuum gauge, put new vacuum gauges on it, and suction was awesome. So you could say I was pretty much over the moon when it came to that. There was another machine, once I did all those little bits and pieces of maintenance, perfect machine. So not only you pick up a good buy from the auction, it's a really good machine. It's come up well. Replaced all these hoses. Another small modification I did was originally goes like this. They don't have this filter box on them. I added that on. They had this pipe here, and on the top of the pipe here, they have what looks like a motorbike filter, and it was rusty, and you could see the cloth on it. It just looked terrible. So I picked up one of these, just bought it off Amazon, I think I did. A little filter box. It's a steel one. And now I've got a steel filter housing. The filter there, it's protected from the elements, so I won't need to change it again. It's got a pre-filter in it, and it's a lot more compact, and I've gotten rid of this ugly bit of pipe that's hanging up the side of the tank. It used to come up here with the filter on it, and as you can imagine, you're going to dirty environments, dusty, grotty, and you've got dirt and mud flying around everywhere, and sooner or later you're just going to keep having to change that filter. So by doing this, by adding this, it's a simple just bolt on, I could eliminate that and that old filter setup and the pipe, and now I've got a nice compact and clean filter setup, and I won't have to play around with it again. As you can see, it's not normal, but and I've got the hose in here. This is the pressure washer hose. It's normally on the other side. It's normally right here. With this one, I've just got this one here. It's just that's my extension if I need a bit more. But normally the pressure washer hose is wound up around here, hanging down, and clipped in to the little clip there. But what I did, I found a retractable reel that would fit in nicely just behind the tank there. I wanted something compact. This has got 15 metres of pressure hose on it, and all I did, so just inside there, I've got the retractable reel. I just welded a couple of plates on the bottom and bolted it with a couple of U-bolts underneath. So now it's nice and compact. It's in behind the machine, water tank, and I don't have to play around with the old manual hose where you got to unravel it, uncoil it. I think anyone that's used a retractable hose system can see the advantages of it. I was able to mount the water lancers nice and neatly. I could use the frame of the machine to just sit it in behind this, the cutout and the tubing and the plate for the tank, and it just sits in. End of the nozzle sit in underneath the motor there, and to make sure it doesn't go anywhere, good old ratchet strap. That was a good way to fix those. A couple of witches hats, a handy little spot to put a witches hat. They fit in there nicely for a bit of traffic management if need be, or pedestrian management. What else we've done? Just down the bottom here, you might see that's 100mm down. Was it 100mm? Was it stormwater pipe sitting in the bottom there? Now you might be wondering what's that for. So if I come around the other side here. Okay, there it is again, and I've got it cut off. But the whole idea of that pipe is for, I'll just grab it. Just going to grab a small tube here. Okay, so as I was saying, this tube here, a whole lot of reason why we have that tube there. It was just an easy way to put our potholing tubes. We can put our potholing tubes inside and pull them out. We can mark our once we've marked our tubes, we can put them inside the the drain pipe tube, and we've got somewhere physically where it's, we can cut them off. We've got a spot here where we can cut those tubes off. So that was the whole idea of the tube underneath. Another addition that we made was by adding the tube frame. It's great going out and vacuuming and doing your potholing work, but carrying the tubes on a vehicle or somewhere on the side of the machine, you just couldn't get access. You know, once you put them on the side of the machine, you limit your access. It was a bit of a pain in the neck, so made a frame up that bolts to the frame of the tank frame here, nice and solid. We also mounted the frame to our trailer, and we've got a cross brace at the moment with some ratchet straps, which I'm going to change out to some cable, some solid cable with some bulldog clamps, and fix it up so we'll get rid of the ratchet straps. But it's just, now we can take pipe with us. It's up above us in storage, and we've got some shorter lengths which we can put on the front of the machine. Having the shorter lengths on the front of the machine is great. You know, just, you know, not all the time you want to bring down a big length. If you can choose up some of your shorter lengths, perfect. Another area we had to make a small modification was the inlet suction pipe here. I mean, as you can see here this is the old one. It was all banged up. And as you can see, if I can get the right angle, it's all rusted out on the inside there. But not only that, the pipe is only it's smaller than the cam lock fitting. And if you do a lot of vacuuming, and especially around rocks, what you notice is if you get rocks in the start of where the main part of the tube comes up to your flexible hose in that cam lock fitting, quite often you'll get a rock build up, and you'll stop, turn the machine off, drop the vacuum off it, and take out the rocks. If you manage to get those rocks past there and along the line, and you know you've got rocks in the system, you can just about be assured the next thing they're going to do is come up to the top here, and they're going to get lodged in here. So once again, you're going to have to turn the machine off, disconnect the hose, and try and get the rocks out of the system. So, seen this on other machines. This is a 4-inch pipe with cam lock fitting, and this works so good. I never get rocks stuck in here. Okay, so we're going to take this one off. Try and do it with one hand. Sorry, my finger's in the road. And there you can see, that's the flexible tube coming out through a cam lock. So there's no restriction, and then what it does, it just goes straight into the tank. So this cam lock will go on, out with one hand, okay, like so. And now any rocks that I get out, get through the system, through the flexible hose, get sucked up, they don't get jammed up in the top here. They just go straight through into the tank. And, oh my goodness, best thing since sliced bread. It's been awesome. So this is just a simple, 3 to 4 inch connection, and just clamped onto the hose with another cam lock inside. The hose goes through that cam lock fitting onto a 4-inch cam lock, and then there's a 4-inch pipe. Nice and easy. And that's a threaded connection there, so if I ever wanted to, and I've bought them in any case, I've got a 4-inch to 3-inch reducer, not that I've ever used, but yeah, that's just awesome. All right, guys, that's about all I've got for the moment. I'm still working on this frame up here. I've got a few little things I want to do in regards to the filter box, and I'll come back at another time and update you when I've got it done. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.